Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, guys. Let's take a look at the gold market this time. So as other markets across the board, especially the Forex market, gold also has shown yesterday the sharp reversal in the upside action. So on a poor United States data on the manufacturing and rising of the chance that Fed could cut the rate this year. So market starts gradually pricing the rate cut in 2019. As I said in today's video on the euro, that one of the reasons why Trump is keeping tension with China, of course, there are a lot of United States economic interest around this tariffs war, but in addition to this, another reason for U.S. domestic purpose, this could be that Donald Trump used this tariffs war to make the pressure on the Fed Reserve and force it to cut the rate, because Donald Trump long time ago and every time calls for a rate cut because he thinks that current interest rate is too high for United States economy, and it holds the normal improvement in the United States economy, and he calls for Fed to cut the rate many times. So this corresponding reaction you see on the market. So on the gold market, this was sharp upward action. Currently, guys, we can't say that the overall sentiment here has changed, just because to change this overall pattern and overall context on the daily market has to destroy existing tendency. So as you can see, current tendency stands downside. To the downside, we have lower tops and lower lows. So to break this tendency, market has to move above this top, break the confluence around 1302 area, and move above this top. In this case, we could say yes, probably the retracement is over, and market is coming higher with upward continuation. Currently, despite that reversal was really impressive, it's not sufficient to definitely say that the bearish price action that we see on the market since the starting of the year in January now is finished. So not yet, probably. Besides, the trend on the daily still stands bearish, and market stands below the major resistance, so it's nothing really very significant has happened yet. But at the same time, a reversal was really sharp, and on the euro currency today we talked about the possible upward continuation, and it makes us to stand aside for a while from taking any short position here on the market. So we need to just keep an eye and see what will happen, because if even downward action will continue, it could happen from some higher levels. And we should be careful for any signs on the market right now. It could let us to understand what to expect. For example, if we'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, recall our long-term view, we have initial ABCD pattern with the OP stands at 1255. Also, market is forming very nice harmonic swings here. Now it was interrupted by this upward action. But previously we already said that here we could get the butterfly that will finalize the downward action here. But this butterfly could start from this point, or conversely, market could climb right here and it still would be the butterfly. It could start from the 13 even. The one reason to keep butterfly valid, market should stay inside of this initial swing. So it should not break this up. And in any case, in any moment where market will stand inside of it, there still could be the butterfly. So you can see it's pretty much room for fluctuation for the market with the keeping bearish context valid. That's why I'm not too hasty with the canceling of the bearish view and canceling the existence tendency, despite that the overall action was really not bad. So currently we're still, guys, wait and keep this scenario still valid, because currently we do not have any clear facts that calls us and makes impact on the scenario and totally shows, clearly shows that this scenario is not valid anymore. So not yet. So at the same time, with this upward action here and with our view on the euro currency, in this situation, it's not really very comfortable for taking any short position. So you need to get some better context for taking the short. You need to get clear sign that indeed market may be turning down again. And currently, I think that we should stay aside from any bearish position by far, because on the hourly chart, let's take a look what we have. With this upward action, market has completed short-term destination point. So we have the ABC bottom XOP target has been hit. It has happened right in agreement with the 1287. So we have gotten the people to sell. At the same time, this action was really very strong. So currently, the reaction on this target, market could form a kind of the ABCD pattern to complete 30% retracement, complete the godless triple to sell. But later, since the impulse here, momentum here is very strong, market could show another leg up. And that's major concern from the for the bearish context. So we could get a larger ABCD pattern. We could get greater godless triple to sell, and the top of the right wing of this pattern could be somewhere in this area. So that's the risk for the bears. And it means that currently, in the current circumstances, at this point, personally, I do not want to take any short position. For taking long position, well, it probably could be done. But be sure that you have the clear pattern on your back. So, for example, for this ABCD retracement with 1280, we will get godless triple to buy, and in this case, we're also safe the opportunity to take in the long position with upward continuation, because potentially we could get something of that sort. Either this one pattern, this ABCD rate to the 13 even or slightly lower, or maybe target will be slightly smaller if we will take into consideration just this leg, A, B, C, bottom, D pattern. So this is potentially what could happen. Because currently, guys, we can't call simultaneously taking the long position on the euro and taking the short position on the gold. This very rare works together. And for the gold market, I think that bears should sit on the hands and wait when this momentum will fade out a bit. Bulls could focus on the short-term steps, on the short-term targets and patterns, but before position taking, it's better to get some clear bullish continuation pattern, something that I said. So maybe it's kind of the godless triple to buy will be formed. So that's our view currently on the gold market. And 2 words on the Great British Pound. On Great British Pound, guys, our setup has done perfect. So you can see that's our godless triple to, 3 drive pattern has done well. Precisely the point where third drive stands, market turns up. Here we have short-term stop, a kind of the hand shoulders is forming, but taking into consideration what we have on a daily, I would suggest it's better to wait for a clear bearish continuation patterns here. So maybe moderate retracement will happen here. As we said, we were watching for a brand by the sell or something of that sort. See how situation will develop. But for the scalp traders on the hourly chart, some bullish pattern is forming, and maybe it will be kind of the hand shoulders or something of that sort. Some reaction probably should follow. On the target that we have on the daily, it's OP, and the 3 drive pattern that we have here. So actually, the minimum target of the 3 drive stands here. So market should exceed this top between the second and third drive. That's minimal target, but it stands rather close. So market mostly has done it. So that's another concern that we have on the Great British Pound, and also so we'll keep an eye on.